Hello, friends. On a Monday night, here we are again. We almost didn't do this one tonight because my wife's under the weather, and it'll be a little bit different because she won't be in the same room once she has switched everything on there. And we'll keep it kind of brief so it's not taxing her too much. I left here last Wednesday and had a few gigs hither and yon. I had a lovely time in Savannah, lovely time in Charleston. But she called me Thursday morning. I've got the flu. Well, holy moly, we're ready or not for that. But anyway, so we're trying to make sure that we're not spending a lot of time in the same room together, and that she doesn't hand me your request like she normally would, so that we're not passing germs and viruses back and forth amongst each other. So we'll do the show tonight, and I'll do a few songs for you, some of my favorites. But she won't be taking the request as typically she would be and passing them to me. We won't be doing the request tonight live. I did have a couple of songs that were already requested from last week because, sometimes, especially on Facebook in the comments section, some of your comments and therefore some of the requests, they don't show up in real time. And sometimes a day later they'll show up. And so, for instance, our friend Kathy Heaton, asked me to play a song called Four Green Fields for her mom, and she asked me that last Monday night, and I didn't see it until Wednesday, and so I am going to play it tonight, but it won't be on time. Glad to have you with us, guys. We'll just do some of my favorites here, and then we'll call it a night. We won't go too long tonight. There's an Elvis movie on the marquee sign. We've all seen at least 3 times. Everybody's broke. Bobby's got a buck. Dollars worth of gas in a pickup truck. Going 90 miles an hour down a dead end road. What's your hurry, son? Where you gonna go? I'm gonna howl at the moon. Shoot out the light. Small town Saturday night. Howl at the moon. Shoot out the light. Small town Saturday night. Lucy's got a lipstick on a little too bright. Bobby's getting drunk and looking for a fight. Liquor on his breath, trouble on his mind. Bobby's just a kid, Lucy's just a kid along for the ride. They got a 6-pack of beer and a bottle of wine. Got to be bad to have a good time. They're gonna howl at the moon, shoot out the light. Small town Saturday night. Howl at the moon, shoot out the light. Small town Saturday night. Bobby told Lucy the world ain't round. It drops off sharp outside of town. Lucy, you know the world must be flat. People leave town and never come back. Going 90 miles an hour to the city limit sign. Pedal to the metal for the chains they're mine. I'm gonna howl at the moon, shoot out the light. Small town Saturday night. Howl at the moon, shoot out the light. Small town Saturday night. Small town Saturday night. Small Town Saturday Night, written by Pat Alger, one of my favorite songwriters. Great songwriter, and I could do one or two of others of his. But that hit record was by Hal Ketchum. Hal Ketchum. We lost him last year, if memory serves. It was about a year ago. And Hal Ketchum also recorded a song out of Ireland, uh, and written by Mick Hanley, and it was also recorded, the same song, recorded by Mary Black. I shall do that because both of them were done by Hal Ketchum. Called Pass Upon a Rescue, written by Irishman Mick Hanley. Last night I dreamed you were back again, larger than life again, holding me tight again, placing those same kisses on my brow, sweeter than ever now. Lord, I remember how couldn't get enough of kissing. Do you know how much you're missing? No, you don't, but I do. Days like a slow train trickle by. Even the words I write refuse to fly. All I can hear is your song haunting me. Can't get the melody out of my head, you see. Distractions I've been using. Do you know how much you're losing? No, you don't, but I do. But I do. I wonder if I'm past the point of rescue. There's no word from you at all, the best that you can do. Never meant to push or shove you. Do you know how much I love you? No, you don't, I do. Last night I dreamed you were back again, larger than life again, holding me tight again, placing those same kisses on my brow, sweeter than ever now. Lord, I remember how couldn't get enough of kissing. Do you know how much you're missing? No, you don't, but I do. But I do. I wonder if I'm past the point of rescue. It's no word from you at all, the best that you can do. Never meant to push or shove you. Do you know how much I love you? No, you don't, but I do. Mick Hanley wrote that song in Ireland, done by Mary Black in Ireland, done by Hal Ketchum here in this country. Top 5 record. Do another Pat Alger song. This was recorded by Nancy Griffith, among others. One of the most popular, familiar recordings, I suppose. Nancy Griffith's. I'll do this one. I know my friend Jane List likes this one, has requested it numerous times. She was asking me today, when will I be back in Anderson, South Carolina? Well, I don't know. I know that they're very busy at the pub there, but I've sent them an email or two. About time to look into it to see if I get any 25 dates, 25 dates there. Not playing the upstate very much at all these days. I found your letter in my mailbox today. You were just checking if I was okay and if I still miss you. Well, you know what they say. Just once in a very blue moon. Once in a very blue moon. Just once in a very blue moon. I feel one coming on soon. No need to ask me if I'd like to be friends and help me get back on my feet again. 'Cause if I miss you, it's just now and then, just once in a very blue moon, once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon. I feel one coming on soon. There's a blue moon shining, and I am reminded of all we've been through. Such a blue moon shining, does it ever shine down on you? You act as if it never hurt you at all, like I'm the only one getting up from a fall. Tell me, can't you feel it? Can't you recall just once in a very blue moon, once in a very blue moon, just once in a very blue moon. I feel one coming on soon, just once in a very blue moon. Once in a very blue moon. I'm hoping my friends Pat and Verna Jordan are watching up in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm going to do one of the songs that we often have played for them over and over and over in the old days when we used to do Sunday nights at Dunleavy's on Sullivan's Island in Charleston. Speaking of which, I will be there tomorrow night, probably do this song, and I think we'll have some special guests there from North Carolina. And some others will be coming out tomorrow night. We'll be back at our country night, first Tuesday every month at Dunleavy's Irish Pub, Sullivan's Island, Charleston, South Carolina. Then Wednesday night, I'll be at Tommy Condon's downtown, Charleston, South Carolina. Tuesday, Wednesday, then I'll be back home Thursday. Cheers. Cheers, friends. The night was clear, stars were shining, the moon came out, so quiet in the sky. The crowd gathered round while the band was tuning. I could hear them now, playing coming through the ride. You were dressed in blue, and you looked so lovely, just a gentle flower, small town girl. Then you took my hand and we stepped to the music with a single smile. You became my world, and we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo, and their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember when we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Recorded well, recorded lovely. We rocked for hours on the front porch chair. Then the year ago, took the day I met you, I made you mine down at the Roseville Fair. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo. Their drifting tunes seemed to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember when we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. Take it, Werner. So here's a song for all you lovers. Here's a tune I know we all can share. May you dance all night to the fiddle and the banjo, just the way we did down at the Roseville Fair. And we danced all night to the fiddle and the banjo, and their drifting tunes seem to fill the air. So long ago, but I still remember when we fell in love at the Roseville Fair. When we fell in love, darling, at the Roseville Fair. Roseville Fair, from my buddy Verna Jordan. Verna and Miss Pat, Charlotte, North Carolina. All right, friends, let's see. I'm rocking through a few of my favorite songs here tonight. Thanks so much for being with us again. Click share there so somebody can watch on Facebook if they care to, for a little distraction on a Monday night. For a change, we don't have football on a Monday night.
Hey, Carroll,
Yeah.
remind people no requests because people are asking for requests.
Okay. We'd like to remind you guys that we're not doing requests tonight live on the program. And the reason being, my wife is under the weather, and she doesn't need to be walking up and down the steps and handing me pieces of paper with flu virus on it. You know what I'm saying? So we're not taking any requests live on the program tonight. Typically we would, as you know, but my wife's under the weather. In fact, there was a question as to whether we would even do the program. But we will not be here next Monday night because I'm going to be out of town. I'll be on the road next Monday night, and so I won't be here next Monday night, and I didn't want to miss two in a row. So we decided to do just a few songs tonight. So sorry we're not taking the requests live that we normally do. Sorry about that. But it's not prudent for us for her to be handing me things all night long, you know, when we have to keep each other separate when someone's sick in the household. Anyway, speaking of requests, this is for Kathy Heaton's mom. This was requested last week, and I didn't see it for a couple of days. An Irish song called Four Green Fields. Cheers. There are four old provinces in Ireland: Ulster, Leinster, Munster, and Connaught. 6 of the counties in Ulster are Northern Ireland today, and with any luck, one of these years to come, these 6 counties will be reunited with the Republic. That's kind of what the song's about. What did I have? Said the fine old woman. What did I have? This proud old woman did say, I had 4 green fields. Each one was my jewel. But strangers came and tried to take them from me. I had 5 strong sons, and they fought to save me, for I did wrong. These are my mountains, and I'm coming home. These are my mountains, and I'm coming home. These are my mountains. Alex Beaton is his name. Here's a song I heard and learned in Nashville, Tennessee. Written by a guy named Mickey Cates from Lufkin, Texas. Worked with him some in Nashville and music publishing and such. Name of the song is The Old King Edward Box. Hidden in my closet, up there near the top, back behind some records, there's an old King Edward box. Inside it are some treasures kept down through the years. No one else in this old house even knows it's here. It holds the precious souvenirs I've had most all my life, like my lucky wooden nickel and my first real pocket knife. There's an arrowhead from a riverbed, Grandpa's railroad watch. There's a lifetime of memories in that old King Edward box. Cherry, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. Quit coming up them steps over and over and over. You know? She's having to come adjust this and fix that and restart it, and I don't know. But she's been under the weather. She's had the flu, and it's the bad boy, the type A. It's the bad one. Anyway, that's why we're not doing the request tonight, trying to stay away from each other and wearing the mask and all of that business. So anyway, cheers. Get well soon to my good wife. Cheers, cheers. She said I was sick since Thursday, but I didn't really start coughing until today. And I said, that's because I came home. You're allergic to me. I think there's more truth in that than we want to admit. But anyway. Well, let's see. Here's one more song that that I wrote. Wrote this with my friend Bobby Tobin. We used to go trips back and forth to Nashville trying to pitch songs and pitch artists. And anyway, we spent a lot of time on the road back and forth to Nashville trying to make something happen in the business of music. And like so many, we failed. But we did write some good songs and made some good contacts and made some good friends along the way. Bobby Tobin, Sullivan's Island, South Carolina, just turned 80 summers of age. Bless his heart, he's old as mud. Speaking of which, I got a Frank Emerson song coming up. Anyway, also I'm going to do a song for my friend Steve Edwards. First, let's do this one that I wrote. It's called Love is a Labor. Love like a garden needs time to grow, day by day, row by row. Patience and labor is what you need to make your garden of love succeed. Work all day into the night, work it again till we get it right. It ain't easy, it never was. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor of love. Love like a song needs harmony. I sing with you and you sing with me. And if we sing it strong enough, then what we feel turns into love. Work all day into the night, sing it again till we get it right. It ain't easy, it never was. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor of love. Love like a child needs tender care. You can't tend it if you ain't there. But if your love is patient and true, the love you give will come back to you. Work all day into the night, tend it again till we get it right. It ain't easy, it never was. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor of love. Love is a labor, labor of love. This next song I'll do for my friend Steve Edwards. Steve and his wife Joy are now in Chapel Hill, North Carolina, staying with friends and relatives up there. They lost two homes, their home and their mother's home, in the storms there in greater St. Pete, Tampa St. Pete, Treasure Island. And they're negotiating endlessly with the powers that be that you have to negotiate with endlessly if you've lost your place that you live. And anyway, so hopefully a little something that he remembers well. We've sung this song many a time together. My good friend Steve Edwards, he's a guitar picker, he's a guitar picker. And my good buddy. A little Kingston Trio wouldn't hurt him none. My wife was out looking, probably where she got the dang flu. She was out looking at Goodwill. She said, I bet you if I stepped into Goodwill here, they might have some Kingston Trio records. And Steve lost his entire collection of Kingston Trio LPs in the storms. And so we were looking around to see what we could find. And that's probably where she picked up the flu. Thank you very much. Kingston Trio, song written by Tom Paxton. It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, made of sand. In the wink of an eye, my soul is turning in your hands, in your hands. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Could have loved you better, did not mean to be unkind. You know that it was the last thing on my mind. As I lie in my bed in the morning, thoughts of you, thoughts of you. Every song in my heart dies a burning without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, did not mean to be unkind. You know that it was the last thing on my mind. Take it, Steve. You got reasons aplenty for going. This I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? Could have loved you better, did not mean to be unkind. You know that it was the last thing on my mind. You know that it was the last thing on my mind. Great old folk song, Tom Paxton. I believe Tom Paxton wrote that one. I could be wrong. You know, all those great old folks songwriters, we're losing them one right behind the other. Lost David Mallet, lost Bill Staines. Anyway, of course we lost John Prine, but Tom Paxton's still hanging in there, I understand. And I heard he was supposed to play in January in Ireland, and I even looked at the flights to see if I might go, but he had to cancel due to his health, and I didn't get to go anyway. So I don't know. I am going to Ireland in May, is my thinking. I will be going in May. And by the way, we are doing, speaking of the Kingston Trio, We are doing that trip in October with former members of the Kingston Trio, George Grove and Rick Doherty. And if you want to go with us, we still have a few seats left on that tour. October 4th through 12th. If you want to go, let me know. Hit me up here on the messages, on the Facebook Messenger or whatever it is. Let me know, and I'll send you the itinerary. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to Dublin, we're going to Belfast, we're going to Derry, and other parts of Ireland and Northern Ireland. Cheers, friends. Cheers. Hey, the summertime is coming. Trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? We'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a tower round yon pure crystal fountain, and around it I will place all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? We'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love, she were gone, I'd surely find another where the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? We'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie? Song from Scotland, often done in the Irish pub song book. I sure enjoyed playing 4 nights last week in Savannah, and I get to dust off some songs that I don't normally get to do, and I played nothing but the Irish tunes. The exception being the song I wrote, Savannah Nights. I do that one too when I'm down there. Anyway, and occasionally I do this one when I'm in Savannah, Georgia. Georgia, Georgia, the whole day through. Just an old sweet song, keeping Georgia on my mind, on my mind, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you, shining sweet and clear, just like moonlight through the pine. Other arms reaching out to me, other eyes are smiling tenderly, still in peaceful dreams I see that old road leading back to you, Georgia, Georgia. No peace I find, just an old sweet song, keeping Georgia on my mind. Other arms reaching out to me. Other eyes are smiling tenderly. Still in peaceful dreams I see that old road leading back to you. Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeping Georgia on my mind. An old sweet song keeping Georgia on my mind. Georgia. You know, the other one I do sometimes in Savannah, Georgia is Moon River, wider than a mile, right across the street there in the square in City Market, right where the Wexford Irish Pub is a statue of Johnny Mercer. Johnny Mercer, who, of course, wrote these Georgia songs, including Moon River. The Johnny Mercer Boulevard is there, the Moon River. But anyway, what a great song, too. And I can't remember the name of the movie that was in. I don't do movies much. I'm not much on movies. Guys, I shall now do one more song, and then we may do a gospel song, and we'll wrap this thing up. Thanks so much for being with us. Cheers, cheers. This is for my good wife. I often sing this song for her when I'm far away in some faraway place. I sing it year round. It's a Gordon Lightfoot song called Song for a Winter's Night. Lamp is burning low on my tabletop. Snow is softly falling. The air is still in the silence of my room. I hear your voice softly calling. If I could only have you near, breathe a sigh or two, I would be happy to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. Smoke is rising in the shadows overhead. My glass is almost empty. I read again between the lines on the page, words of love you sent me. If I could know then my heart you were lonely too, I would be happy to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. Fire's dying now, my lamp is growing dim. Shades of night are lifting. The morning light steals across my window pane, where the webs of snow are drifting. If I could know within my heart you were lonely too, I would be happy to hold the hands I love on this winter night with you. On this winter night with you. On this winter night with you. Song for the Winter's Night, Gordon Lightfoot. I shall do one last song, and we're going to call it a night, guys. Thanks so much for being with us. As we said, we were not taking requests tonight because my wife has been down with the flu, and we think she's not contagious now, but we can't take chances either. I'm back out on the road tomorrow for Charleston, for Sullivan's Island, and then Wednesday for Charleston as well. So I don't need to get sick, for heaven's sake. But we're pretty good at separating ourselves because when I'm coming in off the road, God only knows the things that I've come in contact with in various bars and shaking hands and hugging pretty women and the whole thing. And, you know, just walking, stepping into a hotel um, elevator and the guy next to you starts coughing, you know, well, holy cow, there you go. Anyway, so I'm always careful when I come home. And we're doing that tonight, being on the safe side. I will not be here next Monday night because I'll be on the road and out of town. I will not do this program next Monday night, but we should be back the Monday following that, and hopefully everything will be back to our little normal here for our farmland Monday nights. Now, I could do any number of gospel songs, but I did say that I'm doing my favorites tonight because we weren't taking requests. Um, and one of my all-time favorite songs I sang as a boy in church, and it became a bluegrass kind of a standard. But only later in our lives did we learn that this song was written by Willie Nelson. Willie Nelson wrote this old gospel song while he was still in Texas. Thank you, friends. I'm going to take a break after this song. There's a family Bible on the table. Its page is worn and hard to read. But that family Bible on the table will ever be my source of memory. I can see us sitting around the table, and from the family Bible Dad would read, and I can hear my mother softly singing, Rock of Ages, cleft for me. At the end of the day, when work was over, and when the evening meal was done, Dad would read to us from the family Bible, and we'd count our many blessings one by one. I could see us sitting around the table, and from the family Bible Dad would read. I can hear my mother softly singing, Rock of Ages, cleft for me. This old world of ours is full of trouble. This old world would also better be if we found more Bibles on the tables. Mother singing, Rock of Ages, cleft for me. I can see us sitting around the table, when from the family Bible Dad would read. I can hear my mother softly singing, Rock of Ages, cleft for me. Rock of Ages, cleft for me. Thank you, friends. I hope you have a lovely week. Take care of yourself and be good to others. And keep your political crap off the internet. It's bothering me anyway. It's bothering me anyway. Y'all have a good night. I'm going to take a break. It's going to be a long one. Call my mama. I'm through.